Hi, everyone. Harry here to talk about the brutal and the lawless efforts to, as Elon Musk, our mini-me president, says, feed the U.S. Agency for International Development into a wood chipper. In the last couple weeks, the administration has basically moved to obliterate the entire agency. We're talking about an agency that distributes $40 billion of international aid, has 10,000 workers, and they've come at it with a bazooka. High up officials from USAID have been escorted out of their Washington offices, made to surrender their security. Memos have gone out to contractors in particular, but employees basically saying you're fired. Healthcare has been canceled. And it's really been a stunning kind of effort. Among the articles is one in the Atlantic that says this even goes farther than Project 2025 was positing or suggesting in its speed and again its brutality. So we're talking first about, in its brutality, about the international aid of $40 billion that is just cut off full stop with a stop work order. We're talking about the families and the, careers of the 10,000 workers. It's going to cost all kinds of money to just bring them home. Now, the administration's argument in court is going to be something like, well, there's still going to be some foreign policy. We are just integrating it in to the State Department. So we are technically not exactly getting rid of USAID. That's bogus, and I'll return to it in a moment. But what it also is an attempt to put some kind of lawful justification on what seems to be an absolute lawless move. So it's quite clear there's, in two ways, we're talking about a violation, just a frank violation of the president's core responsibility under Article 2 to take care that the laws be faithfully executed. First, you have an agency here. Congress has created it. The whole program started in 1961 under Kennedy, and it was made into a congressional national program via congressional statute in 1998. Congress enacts a statute that establishes an agency funded with money. The executive, whose job it is to execute the laws passed by Congress, can't simply shut it down. But that is what they're doing. That's, Elon Musk crowing about the wood chipper. And the very tenuous, bogus legal argument they're going to try to make is, not shutting it down. We're just funneling it into the State Department. And then there is also a lot of appropriated money by Congress under the for the Agency for International Development. And again, it's not the executive's job to say we don't like this, we don't like that, and we don't like the third. Elon Musk, who is crowing about putting it through a wood chipper, called the agency evil, a radical left political pay op, and a criminal organization because they give money out in international development. He's made, or there are allegations, these go to certain bureaucrats' pet favorite projects of people who need international aid. That seems to be the basis of the idea that it is a radical left political psyop. Excuse me, I said payop. Psyop is what Musk said, and a criminal organization. But there is little doubt that, notwithstanding the legal arguments they're going to try to make in court, this is Musk, not really even Trump, Musk putting it in his sights and crowing about the actual putting it through the wood chipper, right? So it couldn't be more brutal. Now, the Government has finally begun to take its lumps in a series of lawsuits that have been brought. I think something like half a dozen temporary injunctions have been issued, and these are going to come up for individual determination in individual courts. And we'll be talking about some of those, but they include some personnel actions like at the DOJ and the FBI and the whole OMB effort to basically shut off aid and fire people. As of now, this is a lawsuit that hasn't yet happened, but you will shortly see one. Probably brought. You need standing, as we're always have to remember, on behalf of many of the employees. The best would be the seven bigwigs who were walked out of the building, but it's going to put to the test this proposition. And what will be interesting is the extent to which a court, higher court even, buys this obvious lie that, oh, we're just adjusting a little and putting some of the functions into the State Department. We're furloughing some employees. Those are the sorts of adjustments around the edges that an executive branch is permitted to make toward Congress, feeding an entire agency into a wood chipper. And oh, by the way, as of a few days ago, the actual building was just shuttered. The art is down from the walls. I mean, this is quite plainly a shutting down operation. That is not what the executive can do, much less we have the related set of problems that it's really being done at the behest of Elon Musk and whatever odd administrative status or non-status he has to make it even worse, because he's not directly bound by the take care clause, but of course the president is, so that would make his allocation of responsibility to Elon Musk a whole separate problem. Anyway, this is going to get duked out in the courts, and the Congressional Research Service has come in and said you can't do that. And it does seem to me that it will be another instance in which they are going to be told, hold up here, not so fast, try, get it out of the wood chipper and we'll figure it out. But what I want to point out here is it's one of the best instances. There's a lot of stuff that is outlandish. There's a lot of stuff that are really pushing on a theory. This is just breaking the law. This is just, come and stop us. And I think one reason that they started, or they've done this with USAID, this will all be a kind of a precedent if they try, as they've suggested, to shut down the Department of Education. But people aren't very focused on AID. There's not a strong constituency in the country for the importance of USAID. Past presidents, by the way, have had it in their crosshairs. Reagan and others saying this doesn't make we don't need this AID. I think W did that. Then you get into office and you listen to grown-ups and they explain why the USAID is not simply a nice charity project by the greatest democracy in the world to help folks who really need it, but it's very integral strategically to our own foreign policy, and they've stayed their hand. Obviously, that's not Trump, and even more, that's not Musk, but the way in which they've gone at it. So they have gone at it, I think, in part because of political vulnerability, but the way they've gone at it is the brutality and the rank lawlessness of it is, I think, going to be a test case, yes, for USAID, but it's also a really sobering illustration to all of us that this is an administration that's just willing to break the law and say, try to stop us. And again, the exact, precise, crystalline opposite of the core command of the President of the United States in Article 2, take care that the laws, and that includes the establishment of USAID, be faithfully executed. This is put them in their crosshairs and feed them through the wood chipper. Couldn't be more different, more brutal, more anti-constitutional. Talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and other Talking Feds content, please take a second to like and subscribe. Talk to you later.